How y'all doing? This is Mr. Hardcore Mode, whereas nothing is easy. I got another hard rant for you today. This one with That Part Place. They are a few online journalists, and they've been actually spitting some truth out there, and I wanted to get some news from them. And I got some big news. If anybody know David Gaider, apparently David Gaider has been working on a lot of the writing on most BioWare stuff like back in the day. We got Baldur's Gate, we got Neverwinter Nights. They worked on all Dragon Age Origins up to Dragon Age Inquisition. I think he worked on a couple of characters on their writing, but not the whole thing. He was definitely the main writer with most of those titles I mentioned, but there were moments where he just focused on a few characters. But anyway, basically, he's been in BioWare for many, many, many years. He said a few things. Former Dragon Age lead writer David Gaider bashes critics. Let's just say bashes gamers who love Dragon Age, who love the old Dragon Age, accusing Dragon Age the Veilguard of being woke. And calls us fucking tourists. That is so fucking cute. So cute. Man, never meet your heroes. You know what I mean? Never meet your heroes. So let's go down the line, okay? I'm not going to say anything until until it comes into mind, but let's go ahead. But this is what he's got to say. The former lead writer David Gaider bashes critics, accusing Dragon Age the Veilguard of being woke, describes them as fucking tourists. That's funny coming from him. Let's see. In a post to Blue Sky, Gaider wrote, apparently the usual suspects are upset at how woke the new Dragon Age is, and apparently a sudden and unexpected development in the series. He added, fucking tourist. So they act like he acts like oh, you guys didn't notice? Like we're fucking stupid. You know, I like it when they just reveal their true selves all you know, I like it when your heroes just reveal their true selves. Because I thought he was an amazing writer. Well, not now. He's not really an amazing writer now. He was, but now after Anthem, yeah, he wrote Anthem. Couldn't write a good thing about Anthem at all. I guess not enough gay shit. Also, David Gaider's gay. He's gay, so he couldn't make up any cool stories about Anthem and mechs. You don't know how to make a mech story? Really? Is it that hard? So Anthem flopped, partly because of him, failed artist, and then he moved on to work on Stray Dogs. What was Stray Dogs? Stray Dogs is literally just it's on Steam. It's called Stray Dog, the role-playing musical, and it got money. He got some bucks. David Gaider got some bucks for doing the writing on this game, but it's got a little mixed reviews because apparently, you know, I like to look at the good and the bad from each video game. Some people like to just look at the positives, like our boy David Gaider here likes to look at everything in rose-tinted glasses, and as soon as he sees somebody have any negative issues towards something, David Gaider likes to call you a fucking tourist. What a piece of shit you are. David Gaider, what a piece of shit you would be to say that to your own fans. You couldn't say something like, oh, I could see their opinion, but I don't know. Maybe it's because you're gay. I don't know. Maybe it's because, it's not because you're gay. I wouldn't do that to gay people. It's because you're a piece of shit. All right. And you're a hack. All right. I don't know what to tell you, Gaider. You're making Stray Gods, the role-playing musical, an indie game. That's cool. Making indie games is cool. Get yourself some pocket money. Got a few mixed reviews. A lot of people saying that the music wasn't all that great and the writing wasn't all that great. That's kind of funny. I like how David Gaider got so much money when he was making good shit. And then as soon as he started making gay shit, he ain't making that much money. I mean, the man fails on one project with BioWare, which is Anthem. He failed once, but he couldn't muster up the courage to stay with BioWare and be like, you know what? My bad. I should work on the next BioWare thing and see what happens. I got this. I got this. Nah. He said, fuck it. You know, we call that a loser. But that's neither here nor there. What we got now is somebody new. And that's, Corin Bush and all the other new people, 60 plus people just left from BioWare. So new people are wearing the skin of BioWare right now. So David Gaider, who cares? He's gone. He made good shit. Now he's gone. Okay. His good shit will be remembered. His bad shit will be forgotten. All his bad writing, forgotten. That's just how it is. So, you want to know the funny thing, chat? You want to know the funny thing is? You know how all the backlash from Games Workshop with their fucking lie and their woke bullshit with the female custodies, Henry Cavill's favorite faction, favorite chapter in not God of War, but Warhammer 40K. Henry Cavill's been working with Game Workshop on making some film, but things aren't working so well. And Henry Cavill can't really say much on it because he's still under contract. So him not really saying much about the female custodies, that's fine. Also, the man has a kid on the way, so he's not too much online like the rest of us. So him not saying anything, that's going to come with the territory if you're working with Amazon or whatnot. That's just how he is. That's fine. But I like the fact that the guy recognizes Space Marine 2 being a really good game. A really good game. He doesn't like to, touch on to, he would like to talk to all of us and, talk about some Warhammer, but he just can't. But hey, he has enough respect to realize that Space Marines 2 is a really good game. Like, the man is cool. We recognize that. He doesn't go around saying to people that hate female custodies and calling them fucking tourists because he's a fucking man. David Gaider, not so much a man. If there's fans of yours out there that have noticed a change in the way the writing and the game has been made, I would not call them fucking tourist. You're a hack and a loser. You can't write anything about mechs. You can't write anything about this indie game? Nobody cares about that indie game. No, nobody cares. All right, you got some money? That's cool. That's awesome. More power to you. I was going to give you a little bit of respect if you didn't call us names. Us gamers who love Dragon Age, Origins, all the way up to Inquisition. Because there is indeed a trans person in Inquisition, but it was just a side thing. I want to go back to the part where he calls us a fucking tourist, where he says this thing like, oh, it's always been like this. First of all, you're a writer, so you know exactly what would change from Dragon Age 1, 2, 3, all the way up to Veilguard. So you would notice a change. But, you're gay. I know what side you're going to pick. I would really hope it if you had a little bit more integrity than that. I find that kind of scummy that you would call people that. I really think that's mind-boggling. I'm going to continue and show you what I mean. Gaider also responded to the individual, asserting that the individuals decrying Dragon Age the Veilguard as woke are people who gave up on BioWare after a decade ago. Gaider said, if they gave up on BioWare a decade ago or more, for those of whom DAO was the last good game, then they were never going to buy the game anyhow. At which point, why should Bio listen to them? Abandon your fan base and woe us instead. Okay, sure, Jan. Okay, he's being more of a piece of shit to his fans. Okay, that's fine. No, you can say whatever you want, and you know what? You are absolutely correct, David Gaider. You are absolutely correct. This part right here, Why should BioWare listen to them? Abandon your fan base and who us and woe us instead? You know what? You're right, David Gaider, and we will abandon ship. Since the writing is just, you know, listen, Dragon Age Inquisition, it was good, but Trespasser was probably, did he write Trespasser? I don't think he did. But if he did, kudos to him, but fuck you to him. You know what I mean? Because Dragon Age Inquisition was okay writing. It wasn't that great, you know. It was, listen, Dragon Age Inquisition, we more focused on the overall aspect of having it be an open world, you know, doing all these different things. The Dorian being awesome, Cassandra. You also have you had Liliana come back. You had Morgan come back. These are all cool moments. Uh, Inquisition was good, but the story was pretty basic. You know, I'm not saying it was bad, but it was pretty basic. I think it's cool that Hawk came around. That's cool that Hawk came around. I think Trespasser was the big meat and potatoes of all of Inquisition. But he wrote Inquisition. Actually, let's look at that again. The Inquisition part that I mentioned. Inquisition. He worked on Inquisition. Is that correct? Okay. Let's see. Dragon Age 2, Inquisition. Game won a lot of awards from Access Media. Well done. Inquisition's most successful launch. BioWare. Gaider left BioWare 17 years into the company. In February 2016, he announced that he would assume a position at creative director at Beamdog, a studio known for primarily releasing updated versions of BioWare and Black Isle Studios role-playing. He left Beamdog in February 18th, so he didn't really make anything. I mean, he was there for like 2 years, and he was just out. And then he started working on Stray Gods. Let's see what he did. For Dragon Age 2. Gaider is credited with writing the characters Cassandra, Pentagast, Fenris, Knight Commander, Meredith. He then penned the follow-up novel Asunder. Asunder was good, which was released in December 2011. Gaider was the lead writer of The Silent Grove, the 6-part comic. Yes. Gaider was again lead writer of Dragon Age Inquisition. So he was the lead writer of Dragon Age Inquisition. Just had to be sure. I remember seeing all of these things. I think it's fantastic that he did all these things like Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, and then he did like Neverwinter Nights, all these fantastical stories that didn't pander to anyone, didn't make anybody feel less or greater. Everything was going fine. But as soon as it hit to the 2016, 2018, up to 2023, all of a sudden, David Gaider, I mean, he ain't getting that much hair on his head all of a sudden. I mean, he fails on one project with Anthem. Now where is he? I just find that kind of weird that he leaves, you know, after the whole Anthem thing, or maybe he got laid off, which is whichever. I don't give a fuck. I mean, if you let go, maybe he was useless. I mean, it's possible. It's possible. You think Patrick Wesca's worked on Trespasser? Okay. We didn't give up on BioWare. They gave up on us. And that's exactly what's happening right now. David Gaider gave up on us. Corey Bush, whatever the fuck his name is, well, he's brand new. So whoever this person is, oh yeah, let's talk about Corin Bush real quick. The fact that Corin Bush is in here, a trans, whatever the hell he is, came in, and this is what he had to say when he became the developer in there. You know, just he's been 15 years into EA working on Sims bullshit, and then all of a sudden he's the lead director in Veilguard. That smells like some weird shit to me. Let's see. A man pretending to be a woman who also describes himself as a queero gendermancer. That's a stable man right there. That is a stable man. If I was stable, I would call myself this right here, right now. Oh yeah, we want to go back to us calling us fucking tourists. Okay. You want to know who's a fucking tourist? Corin Bush, thinking that he's a she. Yeah. Yeah, I went there. Yeah. We want to talk about fucking tourists? You ain't never been a woman. Anyway, let's go. Has claimed the entire series in inherently queer. That's cool. I find that really endearing that he would just call Dragon Age inherently queer, when in actuality it's a dark fantasy with medieval fantasy tendencies and magic and mayhem and kings and queens. Inherently queer. Okay, that's cool. And this is what they had to say. Well, he had to say. As a queer trans woman, I have a perspective on the games that not everyone has. Well, at least you're honest. Dragon Age has long been a place where LC, OLED, HD, LG, H4K folks can see people like themselves, representing respectfully. It's inherently very queer, and it's such a rare thing for more marginalized communities to have representation where we feel proud and powerful in how we are depicted. Why don't you feel that way right now? You went into the doctor's office, you said, cut this shit off and change everything. What are you talking about? You have the power to do whatever the hell you want with your body. Why the hell are you putting this shit on us? You know, chopping up body parts, you know, showing that to other people. Snip, snip. Ain't nobody want that shit, but you do? You don't want to keep that to yourself? All right, cool. All right, thanks for sharing. He added, it's deeply meaningful for so many. Not many of you out there, but a lot of you scream a lot, so I don't know why you're talking about many. I often get emotional when I think about what it would have meant for a younger version of myself to see someone like her in a game, and as a hero, no less. Nobody fucking cares about you. Nobody fucking stop making this game about fucking you. This is not about you. You are not making this for other people. Well, I'm sorry, you are. You're trying to create allies, and you know that's how woke bullshit happens. I get it. You know, you're trying to start a whole revolution and shit. I understand how you work. I think that about it would have meant for younger version of myself. I would really appreciate it if you not share this to kids, because there are no trans kids. There's only kids. Keep this away from kids. The fuck, bro? I hope we can be a safe place for our queer players to know they are not alone and that they are brilliant and worthy. And they are not only welcome, but celebrated. Nigga, nobody cares. You need to realize the beautiful part of nobody cares. You need to stop pandering and picking a small majority of people up and bringing other people's down. So because this is how it's going to happen. People are going to disagree with you, and then people just start getting raving mad at the people that disagree. So that sort of, there's no debate there. It's just a bunch of screaming and shit. The fact that I am not hearing anything about Dragon Age at all through his voice. I have not heard anything about magic. I haven't heard anything about shape-shifting. Well, I kinda have. I haven't heard anything about, like, the Dragon Age lore. All I hear is sex, identity, who the fuck you fucking, this is what Dragon Age is now, because that's what David Gaider, he knows. I don't hear anything Dragon Age. All I hear is just, well, this is what I had, and this is what I want, and this is what I should share with other people. This is the thing that I want. Me. That's all I hear. That sounds nice to you? Okay. It seems like we got two hacks here. Bush also made it clear that he is indeed guiding the Veilguard to adhere to the vision. Game directors are sometimes thought of as big personalities who are singularly responsible for the purity of their creative vision. Oh, that's that's the scariest thing that I've heard all day. All right, that's the scariest thing. He's like, oh man, if I'm a game director, I could just push whatever the hell I want on people. That's cute. That, oh my gosh, that's so, that represents me. These are the type of people that would fetishize me and then call me the N-word like 5 minutes later. They'd be like, oh my gosh, his skin, he's so hot. And then when I disagree with them, then they just call me the N-word. You want to know how I know that? Because it's all over my fucking YouTube feed. See, I love it when people just tell the truth like David Gaider. Woo! I love it when they tell the fucking truth. When they're all out, when you're just all out in the open with your feelings and this, just tell us how you really feel. You get David Gaiders and you get Corey Bush all over the place. That's just, it feels great to just know your audience, know the people around you, know your heroes. When in actuality, all this bullshit that David Gaider has said, fuck that motherfucker. All right? You made cool shit, that's cool. I'll recognize your cool shit and fuck you with the rest of the shit. Because all this shit that they're pulling off right now, Martin Luther King ain't loving this shit. Martin Luther King ain't loving this shit. What did Martin Luther King say? Notice me not for my skin, but for the context of your character. Anybody remember that? We all forgot about that? Nah. Oh, what? We forgot? All right. Let's see what chat has to say. Yes, my medieval European setting and religious extremism is queer. Oh, that's nice. Gives a whole new meaning to sex tourism. Oh, you got a point there. I think trespasser is, yep, that's very true. They lie to themselves to live on a fake reality. It's only natural for them to lie to everyone else. That is very true. And it's very sickening to have your favorite, writer just pull a stunt like that. Maybe that's why he's a failing writer right now. And now he's digging around for indie jobs and he can't find, he can't, he's just another fat George R.R. Martin who can't finish a book. Maybe that's who he is now. He was cool back then, maybe had a head of hair, but now he's just an asshole with no job.